Oh, hey guys. Wait, can y'all hear me? Oh, I gotta change the member account. Wait, can you guys hear me? All right, is it loud enough? I heard somebody say last time that it wasn't loud enough. Maybe every time you walk by, you can, you can only see it behind the logos up here on the right. When you walk by, there's just like this weird like shadow that goes by. Up here, yeah, hot. Life is stellar. All right, let me. Are you dancing over there? Good lord. I'm a little quiet. All right. How about now? Is it better now? I just don't want it to be too quiet for you guys because I think that ends up getting even quieter. Turn on up volume on the phone. I don't have. I'm not on a phone. On a 4K video camera. Oh yeah, I saw Stan up there putting dad. Oh yeah, look, Stan on that dad van. No big deal. Tell your friends. We got 24 viewers already, but only 8 likes. Damn, y'all. Let me catch like one like. Oh yeah, Andrew, that's probably true. Probably help you. Dun, 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 dun. What do I have to change? I need to change member count. I don't know what the members are at now. Let me look. I saw that we just had a new member like since this chat started. Who was that? Jason Burt. Hey, wait, Jason Burt, are you still in here? Dun, 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 dun. Monetization. Sorry, you guys. I was sorry I was late. We've been rearranging part of the shop, and that caused us. I didn't. I was like, hey, what time is it? She said it was 5, and I didn't really believe her, but then it really was 5. It was like 5:01. All right, member count. That's me. Guess we have 2 new members then. 41. All right, guys. I was gonna do something out in the shop today, and that's not gonna work out. So I'll post a video for today instead. I don't know what I was gonna do. I had no actual plan. There's a 2-tone wheel that I have to do, but so far it's only been chemically stripped. Yeah, Ricardo. It's up to 21 now, bruh. So I guess in short, we could just answer a bunch of random questions. I got an email. I got a not an email. I actually got a Snapchat from my person at Prismatic, my connect at Prismatic, and hey, Brandon, I was just looking at your message you sent me that you text me right before this. I'll text you back here in just a second. Um, I know, White Pony. I'm terrified that I'm going to be missing the end of the game, but I'm going to pull it up on my phone. So if you guys hear random cheering in the background, it's because the Seahawks are winning. I think on what's my next stream? Did I say I would do my streams on Tuesday? No, not Tuesday. On Monday. Mondays and Wednesdays. Good thing you remember. So tomorrow I'm gonna do a thing. I'm gonna give away a can of the unicorn pussy. Um, it's gonna be, I guess, kind of dependent on you guys and how much shenanigans there is going on there. But I'm gonna do a little giveaway thing using the super chat function on here. What was I just looking up? Oh yeah, Brandon. Yeah, Advan. I don't know if you guys saw. I'm sure that some of you guys saw the image that was up here. Where is it? That one. As some of you know, I have a bunch of vans. I'm going to be doing this to one of them. There's actually more to it. There's a chassis mount spoiler going on it. It's got a full lip kit and a bunch of other stuff. But I'm a van nerd, so it is what it is. Look, my dog looks so judgmental still in the background. What a unit. Complete unit. All right, you guys got questions? I've got answers. I'm just kidding. I mean, I probably do, but it was just corny to make it sound like that. I'm gonna post this up in the lot or in the chat. Why do I have limited monetization? Not suitable for most advertisers. How do you even know that about me right now? Andrew, are you asking me why? I don't know what you mean, bud. Why what? I'm so confused. You guys speaking in code right now? Why the van? Why do I have a bunch of them, or why am I doing one like that, or what do you mean? I'm a huge fan of second gen Odysseys, so that probably answers at least your first question, maybe. So that's based off the some of the old. If you just like Google Advan race cars, that's been like the classic Advan graphic forever, basically. Um, and being that the van is I think this one's a 2004 that I'm doing that to. I'm gonna go. Oh, Seahawks game. Don't mind me. I'm gonna be. I don't know, because it's fun. Some turbo stuff and be thrown on it just for shenanigans, and it's just gonna be a shop van. It's literally gonna have just unknown coatings on the side windows, probably on the back window as well. But it'll get a lot of attention, advertising. I'll make my girlfriend drive it around, maybe. Brandon, most of my, I would say like a large majority of my bolts come from SRR hardware. They're actually in Europe somewhere, but you get bolts from them in like 5 or 6 days. Um, I also stock a ton of other crazy specialty bolts that you're not going to be able to buy anymore. They're taken off of old wheel sets, stuff like that. And then another company I deal with is Persian Partners, which is I believe in Denmark. I don't remember for sure, but I believe they're in Denmark, and their shipping's pretty quick as well. Prices are good. Message me if you need a link or something to those guys. I hope the ignition in the van stays in good working order. They don't have ignition problems. What do you mean? The baffle vid was so helpful, by the way, but unfortunately I saw it after I blasted mine without removing the baffle. How would you suggest I wash the sand and glass out? You can use that technique of putting it in like a big pot and like boiling it, with like a degreaser, Simple Green, Dial, Dawn soap, something of that nature. Keep putting it in there, shake it up a little bit so you can slosh the stuff around and try to knock it out. And go from there. Are you gonna come be on the live with me? Andrew, what Hondas have ignition problems? Definitely not second gen Odysseys. Second gen Odysseys would be 99 to 04. And I've never heard of any ignition problems, and I've owned an uncomfortable number of these particular vehicles. Are you guys' teams all winning today? If you're football fans, at least. And Israel, sorry, I didn't mean to put that video out late for you. Yeah, it's not GM product bad, that's for sure. You quit football when Heinz Ward retired. All right, well, that's random. 2 sets of J Series covers. I have way more than that, but I also have a bunch of J Series, so it's cheating technically. I know how that goes, Israel. I know how that goes. Hey, you guys, chill out. Sorry, my dogs are getting real wild, so if you can hear that in the background. They're like, we're playing. Fuck you. Yeah, J Series is life. What, if you haven't had a problem with the ignition or the door locks, I hope you never do. I mean, I pulled the door locks out of 2 of them, 2 vehicles that got wrapped, so that's been fun. Putting those door locks back into the door handles on the front doors is like the biggest nightmare ever. You have to have like midget hands, or like not even midget hands, you have to have like doll hands to get in there. No, I'm not LS swapping the van. I'll take my J Series for sure. Next year, kit's already ordered, just waiting fab to finish. Nice. How many people in here? We have 22 people. You don't have any questions? I don't think I missed any, right? I know that I came in a little late, obviously. I'm just going through making sure that I didn't. Did you guys find that the valve cover masking, like the baffle masking, helpful? The clay trick. I don't. I realized after I made that video that I made it sound like it was just like some weird thing that I didn't want to tell anybody. Nobody ever really asked me, or nobody ever asked me when I was in a position to show them. Ricardo, I have a Ted's fabrication oven. Why not? In like 10 minutes. Work up to it. Yeah, the clay trick works like a champ. Let's look. Let's look for this email, White Pony. I feel like I already replied to this. Maybe I didn't. White Pony, what's the email address that it came from? Andrew, the clay trick is in my most recent video, 73. I'm putting up another video today as well. But it shows how to mask the baffles before blasting. It's only for blasting. Yeah, Brandon, the thing about that video is I just have to like sit down and figure out a way to like what all I want to explain or how to break it up. It'd be easier to have like how to start Q&A almost might be easier. Mob Plus. It's holding that for review, White Pony. I can see it, but I'm just not going to let it post up because you don't need to blast your email out there anywhere. Let's see. Tom. Oh, I have a draft. I'll send this over in just a minute. I started writing. There's already a draft as a reply to it. You watched it and you didn't see anything with Clay, Andrew. Literally, I think over half the video is involving Clay. The picture on the front is about Clay, and the title is it mentions Clay. I don't know. I don't know how to explain that part. Go back and rewatch like from halfway through. You can see where I start shoving clay, putting foil down, and then shoving clay into place. Any tips on illusion colors to not have so much orange peel, or did I just put too much clear down? The thing is, all the illusion colors have orange peel. I've never been able to get away from it. I mean, I don't know how drastic yours is, but it's they're all gonna have it. But you can also, I mean, depending on the clear you use, you can always just polish the clear, wet sand it, and polish it, and get rid of the orange peel. The what ends up happening, in my opinion, is the base coat is too heavy, and that's what causes your orange peel more than the clear, unless it's just like a crappy clear. I don't know what clear you're using, obviously. What company to buy the vibratory from? It's like Hisense or something like that. Ricardo, if you email me, I'll try to send you the link to it. I think it's called Hisense or something along those lines. Hype for the drill and tap process for the baffle and spot weld removal. Yeah, I just moved my drill press. We'll be able to make a video a little easier where it's going. Can't afford ChemStrip yet. What would you suggest is a good budget object for stripping old paint before sandblasting? There isn't one, unfortunately. I mean, if it's paint like spray paint or something, you could probably get away with it. But like the factory paint's not just going to come off, depending on the what cover you're using, or what valve cover it is, or whatever it might be. But if it's just plain paint, why don't you just sandblast it? Sandblasting is going to take it off easier, and you're eliminating a step. That's what I would do. Or if it's too hard to sandblast, see if there's somebody in your area who does big sandblasting, and see if you can get it sandblasted that route. Clear vision. Okay, I'll play with it. First time shooting it, may have to put base coat down. Yeah, I mean, clear vision's a pretty good clear. Ultimately, it's not my favorite, but I mean, it's a good clear. The only reason that I don't prefer it mostly is because there's no like big box pricing, and I buy 55 or 40 pound boxes of clear, and that would make it still like $10 a pound or 10 something a pound, which is unreasonable, obviously. Yeah, Israel, you could try. Well, yeah, I wouldn't use aircraft stripper personally. I mean, it doesn't work. You can burn it off like you're being suggested, the oxygen acetylene torch, but there's a lot of risk involved in that too. I mean, you got to be careful because oxyacetylene, you can definitely end up burning a hole in a valve cover with almost no effort. If you stay far enough away from it, you should be fine. Yeah, NGM coatings, that color, I don't know, man. The Illusion line is cool, but it seems like all dormant candies, which is what the Illusion line is, all dormant candies always have orange peel. Even the swatches that I have from other companies hanging up over here, they have orange peel on them, and they're swatches. So even the company who made it had an issue with it. How low is your CFM? Oh, you said your CFM is too low right now. What? Tell me, Israel. Tell me about your blasting setup. Like, what are you using? What's your compressor and your cabinet? Is it siphon feed? Baby, you have your phone on you. 15's not. I mean, 15's you're pushing it, but you should be able to get away with 15. Any way to fix orange peel after done? Yeah, you can always fix orange peel after done by treating it just like paint, just a stipple wet sand and then polish it out. The thing that I found that works best to polish it out is actually the little headlight polishing tools. You get it at a kit, to repolish headlights or whatever. You just put that on a drill or whatever, knock it out. Israel, did you change to half-inch fittings and do all that stuff like I suggested? I mean, 15 CFM is not ideal, but you should definitely be able to get away with just blasting stuff off with that. It shouldn't be an issue for you at all. And then it's a matter of media too. I don't know what media you're using. I'm sure you guys saw I did get in the 10X sent me a big thing of media to do some testing with, so I'm gonna make a comparison video. Yeah, Israel, the first, like, absolutely the first thing you should do is convert the fittings to half-inch on the bottom. It's like maybe $20 worth of fittings. Just take the ones off the bottom and go to a local, like a hardware store. Sorry, I was blanking. Go to a hardware store and um, anyway, sorry, change those fittings. Yeah, green diamond. Oh, that's right. I remember that now. You actually said that before. I do a video showing polishing orange peel. I powder, but polishing is new to me. Yeah, I can make a video of that. That's actually probably a fairly simple one. Well, yeah, I have this right here too. This is the factory recommended blasting stuff for 10X because they don't want you just to throw it in and hope for the best. Make. You guys got any other video suggestions since I'm trying to write this? Darling, I want cafe real so bad. Do you hear me? I want cafe real. Oh, compressor. Okay. Gotcha. Hand is good, Andrew. I have it in this little brace for right now. The other brace is sitting right here. This one's just a little more. I can write in this brace. The other brace I can't even write. Can't hold a pen or anything. And I figure as long as I'm not doing anything that's causing me any pain, I should be fine. Oh yeah, that's right. I saw your thumb getting wild with the grinder. It's never fun. I still have. Oh, you can't really see it anymore. There's a scar on my thumb from I was cutting with a razor blade across some. I was cutting fiberglass sheeting while building a wide body kit on a car. I don't even know, 15 years ago now, and I had my hand up and I was cutting, and it slipped off and went across my thumb, and went all the way down to the bone. I mean, you could see the bone in the cut, and I was by myself, kind of in a weird position where I couldn't do too much about it. So I just taped. I think I rolled up a paper towel and put it around it, and then duct taped it on until my girlfriend at the time showed up. But she was in school at the time. She was in college, and I had to wait for her just to like get back, and I didn't want to freak her out in the middle of class. So I just waited and kept working. But even now, like if you tap my thumb in that spot, like it tingles all the way down my hand, which is weird. It's definitely a bummer. 10X is good stuff, but pricey. It's what I have been using due to not being able to get green diamond. So the 10X, yeah, it does definitely seem like it's pricey. But he said if you follow their blast settings, it doesn't break down. Like its biggest factor is that it doesn't break down nearly as fast as other media. But it needs to be blasted at. I mean, they want like 100 psi, if I remember correctly. 110 psi. Minimum recommended pressure is 110 psi. So it does its best work at much higher pressure. I think if I remember correctly, he was saying that the way that it's designed is that the inside is different than the outside, and it makes it better for not breaking it down at high speed. High speed, in reference to the how fast your media would be moving at 110 psi. Israel, if you Facebook IM me, I can show you the exact parts you need. I have them ready to go in my pot, so I can show you the breakdown if you're not sure. Yeah, I think in my video, like the shop equipment video, I think that I show some of it in that. Not in much detail, but you can definitely look at it and see. Um, Jeff, let's see. I screwed up a part today. It had a little particle bumps in it, so I dipped it in again. My question is, do you need to outgas your part every time you drop your part in rim strip? Yeah. So the problem with assuming that it's aluminum, or really anything that's cast, is it's porous. So that chemical is going to try to get down into that metal. And I've talked about outgassing before, in that outgassing doesn't take that much longer ultimately. And is it really worth skipping the outgassing in hopes that it works? For me, I I'd much rather just outgas it more than I have to, or even if it's not recommended, I'd rather do it just so that I didn't have to deal with having to redo the part, because I was not being lazy. I guess just trying to save time, cut a little corner. Um, so for me, I mean, if you're asking me, yes, there might be other people who have different experiences with it. I've had very little issues with outgassing. I mean, almost non-existent. The only times that they've been pretty bad are on some of the older Nissan covers. Have this weird way of oil actually will bake out of them the longer you bake them in the oven. Um, Mostly on the SR20, the SR20, like the front wheel drive SR20 valve covers. That was like a huge problem with those. Magnesium covers, the Evo covers, valve cover on the turbo side tends to bubble right there. I think that's because it takes so much heat. Let's see. Is this going to be the last surgery or more to come? It should be the last one. Should be it. Shouldn't be anything else for me, hopefully. I'll tell you right now, I don't ever want to do this. I don't ever want to do it again. But this should be the only one. So we will see if I can golf in, I don't know, 6 more weeks or whatever it is. I don't even know how long it's been. I guess I had surgery the end of August, so it hasn't been 4 weeks. So I guess 8 more weeks or whatever they said to be able to golf. What PSI do I blast at? 50 to 60. Depends on what it is. Like as the nozzle wears out, obviously it changes a bit, but I think I have the regulator coming into it set at like 65 or something, so it's never higher than that. Except for the 10X, when I do the comparison, I'm going to follow um, their blasting optimization sheet or whatever it was called, and see if I can make it work like they say it should. Um, I had this. I was explaining to the guy on the phone. I was like, I have this big fear. I don't want people. I'm probably not going to change the media unless it's over the top impressive for me, obviously, just because the price of it and getting it versus getting stuff here locally. Um, but I wanted to be able to do it for you guys and do at least a comparison. So like some of you guys don't have access to the green diamond, maybe 10X would be a good suitable replacement for you. NGM, yeah, you definitely should read the paper. He was real on point about that. He told me it was right on the top. He actually emailed me the same thing so that I could check it out that way too before the product even showed up. Finished a set of lock cuts I was doing and drove myself to the walk-in clinic. Yeah, it's always fun, right, Andrew? Gotta finish the job. Priorities. That's me. I was taking a wide body kit off of another car and putting it on a car that didn't belong on, and doing a lot of custom fiberglassing. And I was like, oh, I guess I'll just keep working, and I didn't realize by then, like by the time my girlfriend had showed up, there was blood had run all down my arm, was all down my side. I just didn't really notice it because I was working. So, I mean, I survived mostly. I think we'll be fine. Yeah, exactly, White Pony. It's better than powder coating twice. Green Mountain. Your shop video was where I did a screenshot and got every part for the Pop Blaster upgrade. Love that vid. Did my cabinet, my old HO. Yeah. Yeah. Ain't no problem, man. Glad it's working out for people. Green Mountain, the 10X is available at 10xem.com. I'll put a link here, 10xem.com. And then the guy texted with me and then called me from his personal cell phone, or I would just give out a phone number. I don't. Oh, I have a phone number here. I'll put a phone number in here as well. It's not his. There you go. 65. Maybe I'll be okay then. My compressor is rated for like 15 at 100 and something. Yeah, mine's rated, I think, at 20 or 21 or something, is making like 23. But I blast it way lower than that. Yeah, White Pony, you should be able to get away with it. Green Mountain, I actually have no idea. They sent me this for free to do a video for you guys. So I think he said that the shipping cost is like, I think if you buy 50 pounds of it, it's like $21 for shipping or something like that. I don't remember exactly. But if you talk to them, I'm sure they can get you set up. I wish I could give. I mean, I told him that I was going to text him with a bunch of questions before I put the video out comparing them. So I'll try to get the pricing and stuff. Thanks for the update, White Pony. I'm gonna go check it right now. Down by 1. They're at the Dallas 29. Oh yeah, so they're looking good. I'm not too worried about it. What up, Gus? I know I need to make those bigger. It's so weird that it recommended that I make them that size. It's so strange. No idea why that happened. Told me to make them small, and now they're like way too small to be useful. Yeah, I know, Brandon. I had to do it. I had to. I don't think most people can't see what it says, but if you can see what it says, it's funny. Or if you knew what it said ahead of time, even. I want to not pay attention to you guys, but the Seahawks only have 2 minutes left. Oh, damn. What, Oh yeah, I think I already said it a little bit earlier, but tomorrow we're gonna do another Q&A. I didn't really plan to do like this style of Q&A today, honestly. Hey, thanks, White Pony, the super chat. Wait, let's see. Andrew, it's for 50 pounds. The bag that they sent me, they're 50-pound bags. I think that's all they sell it in. The stuff they sent me was 7,100, I think. That's a reference to the grit. Yeah, 50-pound bags. It's called 7,100. Yeah, there's no pricing or anything on here, man. So I can't tell you too much about it. But they were super easy to work with. They had actually contacted me. I didn't reach out to them, but they contacted me, and we talked on the phone for I think over an hour eventually, and I just said, hey, look, I'm more than willing to make a video comparing them, but I'm gonna be like real honest in my video. So if it sucks, it sucks, and he was confident in the product, so it is what it is. White Pony, thanks for the super chat. That's what I was. I think what we're gonna do tomorrow, and actually I'm gonna include this in it, White Pony. So I'll give you 3 entries tomorrow. Anybody who's in the chat who does super chat, every $1 gets you an entry into winning a can of the unicorn pussy. So that'll be at 7:00 Pacific Standard Time tomorrow, Monday, and I'll be in. There'll be a thing kind of reminding people up on the screen about it, and we're gonna do a giveaway live on the show. So I'll put your 3 entries, White Pony, and anybody else that donates through Super Chat. I mean, so if only one person donates $1, you're probably gonna win because there's only gonna be one person to pick from. But hopefully, a few of you at least will get into it, and that's $75. I'll even cover the shipping to you, so you're really saving like $84, I guess, total. Brandon, maybe today. Maybe. I keep finding little stuff I want to change, and then I couldn't get the front image, was it landing page to change, and I couldn't figure out why, and it was like a template issue. I figured that out now. Gusta Bus, got any big projects coming up? I mean, literally big. I got a set of 22s coming in tomorrow, factory 22s. I have a set of 24s that I'm working with as well. Oh, the Seahawks just scored a touchdown. Sorry, now I'm extra happy. I have a set of 26 or no 24s. I have a set of 24s I got to do, and I think next weekend at some point I'm gonna assemble the other oven, which is a big project in itself, but not a powder coating project. So, like I said, we were spending some time today reorganizing the shop. Oh dang! Thanks, Israel. I guess I'll count yours in there too. Here, let me write these down because they're not going to be easy to include next time. Israel 15. I appreciate the shit out of super chats, you guys. Let's see. I think I skipped some of your guys' stuff. You have Facebook? Okay, not that. Rebound, I'll message you. Perfect. Thanks. Touchdown. Oh, White Pony, you called the touchdown before I even saw it. Yeah, that's the thing with me, Andrew. Is like I can go grab Green Diamond, 100-pound bag for $13. You know, it's like it's not even a. For me, it's like your product, this 10x is going to have to be so good, just like over the top good, never break down kind of a scenario before I'll even consider it. But like I told him, this is more for you guys. I just want to be able to show you guys what's going on with it. Because I think from the things that I've read online and some of the stuff that even you guys in this chats have told me, it's a great product. That being said, I've never used it, and all I've said is, hey, I've heard good things about it. So now I'll be able to at least do the testing, and we'll really figure it out. Brandon, it's definitely a powder coating project. Yeah, I just have some stuff that I need to get done that I need an oven that size for. So I'm finally just gonna man up and do it. I've had all the stuff just sitting here for a while to do it. I just never done it. Ricardo, man, honestly, as much as a headache as it's been with these first machines, I just need to get all that part of it handled before I even consider taking out a bunch more orders. Like taking out orders is one thing. I don't want to deal with another step. Once this all gets ironed out and everything's smooth with it, I'll definitely consider that. I can actually probably do that through a company I already work with for similar stuff like that. I mean, as far as financing goes. Oh, Israel, nice, man. Thank you. Monday night at 6 West Coast. Yes, sir. I know, White Pony. I have it sitting in front of me. It's not playing on my phone, but I'm using the NFL app because I have Verizon. So I can at least see what's going on with it live. I think it's about 10 seconds delay, if I remember correctly. Oh, it's actually 6 seconds delay. If you said 145 and it's paused right now at 153. Or no, 151. Yeah, 151. Started my oven last weekend, going back and forth on size. Why is that, Brandon? Man, I thought about making an oven that had some depth to it. Because, I mean, ultimately, if you have a long oven, you don't need anything. Hey, thanks, Green Mountain. If there was 1 penny more in that, it would be 2 entries. I guess I technically should do that. Every dollar gets you an entry. I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give it to you, Green Diamond. Or Green Mountain. Green Diamond. So I had this idea of making an oven that's not incredibly tall. Maybe, 5 feet tall or 4 feet tall or something. But is very deep. Long. And not terribly wide, maybe 4 feet wide. But do it 10 feet long. Because if you can keep all your heat down, which you're going to be able to do a lot easier in a shorter oven, you'll be able to do your bumpers, your rock sliders, subframe can still be done, your long arm suspension stuff. Green Mountain, it's okay, man. I put you down for 2. You're fine. I don't think you actually even can send a penny. I think everything has to be 99 cents or more. But it's fine. I got you, man. Anyway, so then once you have an oven set up like that, my idea was to have a wall in the background that goes inside that you could adjust the depth of the oven to some degree and control what burners turn on. So say you had a project like a set of wheels that doesn't need to go to the back of an 8-foot oven or a 10-foot oven or whatever it might be. You can slide this wall up, and it doesn't have to be perfectly sealed. You're just trying to keep most of the heat in a specific area. Um, I think that would be like a great way of doing it. You could also do that in an oven that's tall by having a panel that divides, the top from the bottom, however you'd like to do it, and work within the same realm. I think it'd be a little more complicated to do it that way. Oh wait, it did this. Let's see. Show a jank ass oven off eBay. Who did you order it from? Israel off eBay? There's a bunch of ovens on eBay that actually look pretty decent. I've never used them. I don't have any experience with them, but they looked pretty decent. Took me 3 months to figure out how to get it working. Was it just the PID was confusing, or what do you mean? For me, the controller and the installation was the most expensive part of building my oven. Yeah, the installation is, well, I don't know. Yeah, it depends. I skinned the metal that I bought for the outside of mine is 16 gauge polished stainless steel, just on the outside. So the two sides and the door, mostly just for appearance. Honestly, it was a little bit more expensive than doing 16 gauge just galvanized steel. But they would cut it to the exact size that I wanted, whereas the galvanized sheeting was just going to come in whatever they sell it in, which was like 3x6, 3x8, 4x8, 4x10, and 5x10, I think. So none of those were ideal for me, oddly enough. But when they offered to do the stainless in whatever size I wanted, I was like, oh, I don't have to cut anything. You'll just make it the exact same size that I want. And it's polished. Like, how would I not want that? So hopefully I'll keep it polished. I think that'll be hard. I'm going to try putting like a ceramic coating on the outside of it to stop powder from getting on it, and then, powder sticking to it because it gets hot, obviously. Yeah, the controller, you can get a controller. Like the ones that I use are, from Auburn Instruments. I think they're only like $42. They're not too wild. I mean, you have to buy all the other stuff inside, like the control box, so I guess that adds up pretty quick. 4x4 man, I would do 4x8 if you can. 8's going to allow you to do like truck bumpers, rock sliders, side steps, bed rails, all that stuff. If you go with 6, you're going to be able to do some of that stuff, but you have to put it in at such a weird angle, and it's risky, and it's a pain in the ass. Oh, Israel is it was pre-owned. Got it. Ran too high amperage and set it on fire. I had to learn electronics to fix it. Run bigger gauge wire for 60 amps. Running off 50 amp breaker now. Draws like 37. Yeah, that's about what mine draws. I think mine actually might be lower than that. Andrew, what would change with the lighting? My local steel supply will cut galvanized. Yeah, mine will cut galvanized if I order it. Like if I buy it, I can tell them to like cut sheets, but it's not the stainless. They would cut like the day that I ordered it, where like galvanized sheeting, I could buy the sheets of it and leave it there, and they'll cut it eventually. The stainless didn't work like that because the stainless, I believe, actually comes off of a giant roll from the looks of it. I think it's like a 6-foot wide roll. Oh yeah, I didn't rivet anything, and I'm not gonna rivet anything. Second and 2. They're at the Seattle 31 already? Ugh, that's like... Oh, and the Cowboys have the ball, so that's field goal range for sure. The field goal range doesn't help with 35 seconds, so that's good. Let's see. Change with the lighting. Andrew, what are you saying it would change with the lighting? What does that mean? Getting rivets suck. Yeah, so I didn't use rivets. I just used screws. I used self-tapping screws on big part of it. How long were you taking orders before your business was self-sustaining? I only worked at my my real job. I did marketing and print media design prior to this. Um, After I started actually powder coating, like selling myself off kind of a thing to other people, I think I only worked at that job for 3 months, and it was a part of that was it was an incredibly good paying job, so I was saving tons of money, and so I had like a big, I had a safety net to fall back on. So if it didn't work financially, I was still fine. Um, but I also got to keep in mind I started during the worst economy that we've had since I was born. I started in 2008. One of the things that I did in 2008 was I intentionally went after people that had more money. So I live in Salt Lake City. There's Park City is near here. Park City is just like a kind of yuppie ski resort area, and I kind of focused my attention on getting people from up there because it's not a very big city, and there a lot of them talk. They're especially car people. The good cars and coffee and stuff is up in Park City with all the cool cars. So I intentionally went after that market pretty hard, um, and I know that helped a lot because dealing with people they have a ton of money. I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to worry about, or they don't have to worry about money, which meant I didn't have to worry too much about money. If you buy the kit from them, it's around 800. Oh, that's a lot. Having a taller oven, you could lose your lights. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Gotcha. I don't use lights in mine anyway, so I use self tappers to hang some L-shaped brackets. Ironically, I haven't coated anything yet, but the brackets were powder coated. So the first coated thing in my oven aren't even something I did. Well, that happens, man. That's how it goes sometimes. Hi, Molly. Cowboys down. Oh, 22 seconds. Dak got sacked. Sick. Yeah, see, I'm like 6 seconds behind you. It is updated and it says it's at 22 seconds. Um, Hey, Andrew. You know what I noticed on my list of stuff? What size shirt did you wear? I asked everybody, all the gun people, and on yours it's just a blank thing. I don't know if I just didn't fill it in or you didn't tell me. So let me know on here and I'll put it in my sheet real quick. Yeah, Israel, that works like a champ, man. Word of mouth, cars and coffee, things of that nature are awesome. Intercepted as in we intercepted it. Good. Another win for us. That's 3-0, ladies. Tell your friends. Oh yeah, okay. I see what you're saying, Andrew. Right. Yeah, I mean you would lose the lights, but I don't use lights in mine regardless. And you got to figure if you had an 8 foot tall oven that you dropped the theoretical ceiling down 2 feet, you're gonna get enough light when you open the door. It's not it's a 4x4 oven. It's not like there's depths to it that you have to work through. Let's see. So this is a hard question to answer, but how do you deal with unhappy customers? I haven't had one yet, but I'm sure eventually it will happen because there are some crazy ass people out there. Any crazy stories? I have a plethora of crazy stories, but one of the things that I can tell you is when you get into a situation where people, go on the internet and they try to freak out and like write, wild things about you. Um, I can tell you the way that I've always dealt with it is, first of all, I don't really see a ton of value in other people's opinions. I know that probably makes me sound terrible. Thanks, Andrew. I'm gonna put that down right here. We're gonna add it to the form real quick. Um, I don't give like I know what I have and haven't done. I know if a customer's mad at me about something and I read their version of what happens, like I know the truth. Like I know what happened on my end, and maybe there's a time that I did f up. And if that's the case, just cop to it. I mean, you're not earning anything by trying to BS your way out of it. If you did something wrong and they're not happy, say they're not happy with the job or whatever, offer to redo the job. I mean, sure, nobody likes to redo jobs. Nobody wants to redo stuff for free. But if you see a job that you did and you believe you did a good job, and maybe they messed it up afterwards or something along those lines, call them out. The thing is, when people get online and they write these like wild things about you, a single articulate, well written response posted just as a response to whatever they had to say will usually squash anything that's going on. I mean, you'll still get, I've been around this industry long enough now. There's like bandwagon kids. So if one person talks crap about me, a bunch of them will, which is fine. I mean, more or less, I feel bad for those kids than anything. That's the weirdest way that I've ever seen adult males get attention, is to jump on a bandwagon just so they could try to talk crap about people. But people need that kind of attention in their life, and that's fine. A lot of people didn't have parents around to give them attention or something. I mean, I normally would call it daddy issues, but daddy issues on a male is pretty gross. So, but yeah, I mean, there's lots of stories for sure. I've definitely dealt with my share of wild ass people. Luckily, I mean, I've been doing this long enough now, and like I've been in this area long enough. Enough people know me that when people make like wild accusations, they're like, no, like you obviously didn't deal with him, or what you're saying, there's a variant to it that you're not explaining. And the cool part about me is like I prefer to have almost all of the interaction done through like text or email or Facebook messages, whatever, stuff that's documented really well. That way, if I say something and he said, "Oh no, you said this," it's like, no, here's a screenshot that says the exact opposite of what you're saying. And all you have to do is do that to people a couple of times, and people will stop calling you out. I mean, trust me. I've been around doing this long enough that I know that that's for sure. People are literally scared to talk crap about me because I usually go in on people pretty hard. Now, to be fair, if you're not particularly articulate, and you can't write well or provide a convincing, I guess, case, if you will, um, you know, I'm never gonna be the guy who like figuratively sucks a customer's dick. I'm never gonna be the guy that's just like, hey, yeah, Richard, you also just begged me to send you one. Let's see. Anyway, Green Mountain. I mean, I'm sure that kind of answers. Oh, you're saying in person? I just explained all that. In person, I don't know. Tell them whatever the issue is. I mean, if the issue is, if they have a problem with it, explain your options and how you're willing to fix it. I mean, like I said, if you've messed up, it's easy to go back and fix something. Hold on here, let me send a text. My thing is people want things for free out there. I'm waiting for someone to say it don't look good, but they don't want me to redo it. Well, no, then make them sign something. I mean, if you're really that concerned about that, make them sign something. Say there is no just flat out refunds, unless it's like a wild case, obviously. But say, I'm happy to redo work, if there's an actual problem with it, or I mean, you can give them, some money back, whatever. But ultimately, you don't work for free. And even if you had to redo a job, unless you misquoted it by a ton, um, redoing a job, you'll be fine. Like you're still gonna make money ultimately. You're not gonna make much, but you're not gonna go in the hole redoing a job. Or you shouldn't ever go in a hole redoing a job. I wonder why this is making me hide or making me approve your comments. Resort and guests always want shit for free. Resort. Oh, do you have like resorts around you? Is that what you mean? For free, and I'm waiting for that to happen. Yeah, I would just make them sign something. It's that simple. I built my oven with a little door in it that open and has glass in it so I can see it and open and take the reading without opening the big door and losing heat. Yeah, I've seen. I think Ted's Fab actually offers that. Oh, Richard is trying to get somebody to cause problems in here. Weird. Just accidentally sent me a text message that was supposed to go to somebody else. uh, Let's see. So I can see it open, reading out. Thank you. Best thing about being the UPS guy is don't make me mad or I won't deliver. Oh, you're a UPS guy? Fair. My UPS guy is awesome. Actually, when they delivered that 10X the other day, I opened the door and I didn't have my brace on. I had just taken it off to do something. I think I was cleaning it or something. And I walked back there and opened the door, and I was like, "Oh, I can't take that." And he thought that I couldn't like accept the package. And he was awesome. He actually brought it in for me because he knew I couldn't lift it. Or I explained to him that I couldn't lift it, and then he understood, and he was offering to put it everywhere. Yeah, I'm a big fan of UPS. Actually, to be fair, my UPS and my FedEx, I think it's the FedEx like overnight guy. I know there's like a bunch of different layers of FedEx, obviously. I think it's the FedEx, like the fast FedEx, whatever that is. Both of those guys for me are awesome. My FedEx ground guy that comes here is a pain in the ass. The FedEx freight guy is also awesome. I feel like getting along with your delivery drivers is a good thing for everybody. All right, guys. Any other questions? Yeah, White Pony. I've had my UPS driver has done wild stuff for me. Like he's texted me to say, "Hey, I saw you weren't around, but I know that you need like this. You know, it would be from a company like Prismatic, you know, who overnights everything." He's like, "I hid it here for you," or he's like, "Here's my number. Just text me and or give me a call, and I'll run back by, or I can have you meet me somewhere." It's like having a driver. I mean, having that type of situation with your delivery driver is awesome. All right, guys. Anything else? Yeah, Green Mountain. You can probably find one online, honestly. Or you can honestly, I bet you can go around to other powder coating websites. I've seen a lot of them that are actually on their website. Um, to be fair, just putting on your website doesn't work anymore. Um, just putting on your website doesn't work anymore because that's the assumption is they're going through your website, which they might not have done. So having one, you can usually just post it up in your business somewhere. But if you have them sign any sort of paperwork when they drop your parts off, or drop their parts off rather, um, the best way to deal with that, in my opinion, is just to have that at the little disclaimer at the bottom of like the form they fill out. That's weird. Why is it? Oh, there we go. Said that it was loading. Yeah, White Pony. I left it open. It's actually just sitting right here, so I'll finish typing what I was typing and send it off. All right. Anything else? Oh, and big shouts to like White Pony, Israel, and Green Mountain. The random super chats. I'll enter you guys into that stuff. I'm not gonna do it till tomorrow, but you'll get some entries into that. $1 per entry or dollar. Yeah, every dollar is one entry. You can give away some unicorn pussy. Oh, dang, we got 34 likes. Well done, folks. Well done. All right, guys. I'm out. Now you jump on.